Yes, so please ignore the mess of clean clothes on my bed and please focus more on the bookshelf of figurines behind me. Wow, I've gotta say, this class has been probably my absolute favorite class that I've ever taken in university. Like, I have been reading comic books since I was little, and I've been in love with comic books for so long that I cannot believe that I actually got into a class that like teaches ethics and like life morals through comic books. Like, this has been the most eye-opening, the most fascinating course I've ever taken in school. And I'm a fifth year senior, so I'm very happy to be in this class. A lot of the content was very interesting to me, especially when I was looking over the syllabus. Just going through them and just reading them, it really brought certain things to light that like it's like I think about it in the back of my head, but then when I actually like try to like think about it, I'm like, dang, they actually were onto something with these. Like, I think Is It Right to Make a Robin was one of my favorite assigned readings. We talked about it in class. It was like, was Batman obligated to teach any of these kids how to become Robins? And we did discuss it in class. It's stuff like that where you have to get into the nitty gritty of it. Like, you have to actually think like not only as like a parent, but like as an authority figure, as a citizen who is doing some highly illegal things and getting away with it. Like, he took his kids, and some of them weren't even his kids, actually having to pull Bruce Wayne apart and think, did he actually have the right to do this? Like, it really made me think. I was like, dang, we romanticize the fact that like these people grew up to become superheroes. Like, two of them died doing this before they were both brought back to life. We romanticize the fact that, oh my gosh, like Dick Grayson, oh wow, he's so hot, you know? That's a popular opinion, not for everyone. Or we think like, oh, Jason Todd is like the grungy one, but like he still has a good heart. Like, man doesn't have a heart. There's a cavity in his chest at this point. I feel like a lot of it's just overlooked because of A, romanticizing these types of figures, and B, like the idea of a man taking a child and turning them into like a crime fighting weapon. It's stuff like that that we have to think about, where we have to pull apart the things that we've known for so long and then we haven't actually looked into it. I'm also like, I'm not like a huge feminist, but I do also very much appreciate, we had a lesson, I think it was last week actually, or this past week, about like women in comic books and about like the subliminal messaging that does come from women in comics and in the media related around like superheroes and stuff. I think we talked about Wasp and Bumblebee and about how a woman is at her most dangerous when she can't be seen. That was pretty powerful. I was kind of over here like, dang. It's the little one-liners that get you when you actually have to think about the deeper meaning behind the things they do put in comic books. And not just, oh, we gave Storm blue eyes to reflect her icy personality. I took a few notes about the actual comic in general. We were reading Young Justice, Volume 1, and I was making note of how they edit in little bits of, I'm gonna call her Greta because I know she's Greta, about how they edit in little bits of Greta's body, the little clouds of smoke, when Vision is talking about Superboy and Impulse and Robin's backstories, because they're trying to remind you, like, hey, like, this is a conversation that's happening. It's not a legitimate flashback. It's more of a visual storytelling. And also the fact that they use darker borders and darker speech bubbles and things like that to simulate being inside, or to simulate like a grimmer mood. It's really fascinating to me, not just the artistic choices they make here, but the fact that it can draw out different emotions just based on color coordination and the different expression that these characters have on their faces. This class has made me look at comic books in a way that I have in the past, but not as deeply as I probably should have. Clearly did not know everything there is to know about DC Comics. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I only know bits and pieces from my family because they are Marvel fans. A lot of stuff in this class I did know about, and it's the stuff that I didn't know about the stuff that I knew about that really threw me for a loop, or like the little connections that I was able to make between the comic books and the media adaptations that I've seen. This class, I'm learning something new every single day, and it just blows me away because I'm over here like, yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know that about what I knew. I'm utterly fascinated, and I'm going to be very sad when this class is over on the semester. The topic for my final paper is still to be determined. I have a lot of ideas. I thought I narrowed it down to a couple when I first began the class, and then after the second or third week, I kind of want to see what further developments we start doing in class, especially when we start getting into like the midterm area. I really want to see like the different kinds of stuff we're learning, what our classes are going to evolve into. I do have some ideas. None of them are finite yet. I just want to kind of wait this one out just a little bit longer. But yeah, cannot wait for what's going to happen next.